If you've been anywhere near the news, especially the sports world, over the last day or so, you've definitely felt that ripple, that profound shock that swept through the football community.
Oh, absolutely. It's the kind of news that just stops you cold, doesn't it?
It really does. We're talking about just a truly heartbreaking story, a tragedy that, well, it goes way beyond the usual headlines.
Yeah, we're talking about the sudden and tragic death of Liverpool and Portugal forward Diogo Jota. He was just 28 years old, and his brother, Andre Silva, was with him.
Just devastating. Both killed in a car crash in Spain. Jota was actually on his way back for preseason training with Liverpool. So for this deep dive, our mission really is to try and unpack this. We'll look at the details of what happened, the incredible reactions, the tributes from all across football.
And reflect a bit on the impact of losing someone like this so suddenly.
Exactly. The goal is to help you navigate the facts, but also the sheer grief that's surrounding this unimaginable event.
And to understand the full picture, you kind of have to grasp the lead up, the circumstances.
Right.
Diogo Jota was heading back to Liverpool preseason, but he wasn't flying. He apparently had some minor surgery recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the medical advice was, avoid air travel for now. So the plan was car and ferry, driving from Porto in Portugal up to Santander in northern Spain.
And then catch the ferry to the UK from there.
Exactly.
And the detail that just makes this even more, I don't know, almost unbearable, is that he'd just done that same journey, the exact same route.
Yeah.
To get to Porto for his wedding just 11 days before the crash.
It's almost impossible to process that. Celebrating one of the happiest moments and then this. Yeah. And that collision of joy and tragedy happened around 0.30 local time, early Thursday morning.
Okay.
Diogo and his brother Andre Silva, who is 25 and also a pro footballer, played for Penafiel in Portugal's second tier.
Right, I remember reading that.
They were on the A52 highway near a place called Cernadilla in Spain's Zamora province. It's actually quite close to the Portuguese border.
How far from, say, Porto or Santander?
Roughly 190 miles, give or take, from both. So sort of in between on that route north.
And the crash itself. The details are just chilling, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hard to wrap your head around.
They really are. Apparently, their Lamborghini, it left the road. The cause cited was a tire blowout.
A tire blowout while overtaking.
That's what the reports indicate. While overtaking another vehicle. Yeah. Just a sudden catastrophic failure.
Wow. It just underscores how fragile things can be. One moment.
Exactly. And, as we try to process how this happened, it's also crucial to remember the player he was, the impact Diogo Jota had.
Oh, absolutely. He left a huge mark, didn't he?
He certainly did. I mean, look at his Liverpool record, 65 goals, 182 appearances, pretty significant numbers.
Yeah, more than just numbers, though. He had that knack, didn't he? Popping up with crucial goals.
Precisely. He had this, almost surgical precision in front of goal, often just when Liverpool needed it most. He wasn't always the loudest player on the pitch, but his impact, huge.
He was key in those cup wins in 2022, the FA Cup and League Cup.
Yep, and played his part in the Premier League title win last season too.
Thinking about his whole career path, Paços de Ferreira, Atletico Madrid, Porto, Wolves, then Liverpool. What was it about him, do you think, that let him make such a mark everywhere?
That's a great question. I think it really speaks to his adaptability and his football intelligence. He wasn't just a goal scorer, though he was obviously very good at that. He understood the game, worked incredibly hard, could play different roles across the front line.
A manager's dream, in a way.
Totally. You could plug him into a system and he'd contribute. Think about Wolves, 44 goals in 131 games there. He was vital for them and obviously made his mark at Porto and Atletico, too.
And it wasn't just club football either. He was important for Portugal.
Definitely. 14 goals and 49 caps for the national team. In his last game for Portugal, actually winning the UEFA Nations League final against Spain. A moment of triumph.
Which makes this news even harder to take. The shock waves across football, they've been immense. Just overwhelming grief.
Completely. Liverpool FC themselves called it an unimaginable loss. A tragedy that transcends the club. That says it all, really.
What about the people closest to him? What have we heard from, say, the manager, teammates.
The tributes they've been pouring in, just painting this picture of a really genuinely loved person. Arne Slot, the new Liverpool manager.
Yeah.
He said Jota was the essence of what a Liverpool player should be. Called him a loved one to all, someone who just made others feel good about themselves.
Wow.
Slot even shared something quite personal, quite heartbreaking. His last chat with Jota was congratulating him on the Nations League win, wishing him well for the wedding.
Oh, man.
He called it the heartbreaking irony of a dream summer ending like this.
It hits home, doesn't it? The personal side of it all. And his teammates, too, the guys who saw him every day.
Yeah, their messages have been incredibly moving. Virgil van Dijk, he called it a privilege to have played with him. Said, "We will miss you beyond words, and your legacy will live on."
Strong words.
And Andy Robertson, he shared something that kind of captured Jota's personality, too. He called him the most British foreign player he had ever met.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw that. What does that even mean, do you think? In a good way, obviously.
I think it points to someone who just fitted in, you know?
Yeah.
Approachable, maybe a similar sense of humor. Robertson also mentioned Jota's never ceasing smile from the wedding day, saying he was just bursting with love for his wife and family. It shows that warmth, that connection he had.
And that feeling seems to have gone right to the top of the club. Ownership, leadership.
Absolutely echoed there. Billy Hogan, John Henry, Tom Werner, Mike Gordon. They spoke about being numb with grief, described him as wonderfully humble, sincere, intelligent, funny, tough.
Quite the combination.
Yeah, and having a zest for life that was utterly contagious. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, too. They said they've lost someone truly irreplaceable. It's universal respect, really.
And it goes beyond Liverpool, too, doesn't it? Former managers, national teammates.
Definitely. Jurgen Klopp, who brought him to Anfield, he said he was heartbroken, called Jota a fantastic player, but also a great friend, a loving and caring husband and father.
Yeah.
And even Cristiano Ronaldo posted, you saw that.
I did. So raw.
It doesn't make sense. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Just now we were together in the national team. You had just got married. That disbelief from someone like Ronaldo, it just really hits hard, shows the shock.
It really does. That feeling of this shouldn't have happened, especially now.
Exactly. Ronaldo finished with, "Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. We will miss you."
And this wave of grief, it's not just within the game's professionals, is it? The fans.
Yeah.
The reaction has been huge.
Incredible outpouring, yeah. Thousands of fans gathered at Anfield on Thursday. Just spontaneously, it seems.
Paying their respect.
Yeah, they turned the Hillsborough Memorial into this sea of flowers, shirts, scarves, flags, balloons even. Just a powerful visual tribute.
You hear stories like that lifelong fan, John Barlow.
Yeah, from Lancashire. A Hillsborough survivor himself said he was absolutely devastated, just had to drop everything and go to Anfield.
It shows how much Chicana meant, doesn't it? He was clearly a fan favorite, respected for his fight on the pitch.
Tenacity, yeah. But also known as like a laid-back, outgoing guy off it. That mix really connects with fans, I think.
The city itself is feeling it too. The Metro Mayor, Steve Rotherham.
Right, he put it well. The success that he has helped bring to this city will never be forgotten. A simple, powerful statement.
And the club's helping people express that grief too, right? Books of condolence.
Yeah. Liverpool opened physical ones and a digital one online, too, for supporters everywhere to share their thoughts.
And the focus now, I guess, shifts towards Portugal for the coming days.
That's right. There's a wake planned for Friday afternoon and then the funeral on Saturday. Both will be in Porto.
Porto, where his professional journey really took off.
Exactly. A fitting place in a way, though, under the worst possible circumstances.
This whole thing, the shock, the grief, it just underlines how much Diogo Jota meant. Far beyond just scoring goals. He touched so many lives.
Teammates, managers, millions of fans. It's been such a stark, just heartbreaking reminder of how fragile life is.
It truly has. This awful tragedy, especially coming, like you said, days after his wedding. It really forces you to confront that fragility.
Yeah, and not just fragility, but also the quiet impact people can have, the mark they leave, maybe without even realizing its full extent.
His story, it's just a brutal reminder. Peak joy, peak success, and then life just pivots instantly. It leaves behind sorrow, of course, but also maybe something else.
Perhaps that zest for life everyone mentioned, maybe that becomes the enduring thing, a source of inspiration, connection, even now.
Yeah. It's like, even in this unimaginable loss, remembering his character, his passion, that becomes a way for people to connect and remember. A shared experience of grief, but also of celebrating the life that was lived, however short.
A powerful thought. The collective power of remembrance, even when faced with something so sudden and so tragic.